Here's a video that I promised to make a while ago. I made a couple of videos on how to put together a wall with a curved top plate, and I'll put a link here to that video if you haven't seen it. But thought this would be a neat video to make. And I remember this is not something that might work in your area. I hate these videos where people say, "Oh, this will work." Well, you got to check with your local engineers and local building authorities, building and safety departments, stuff like that. So I'm not about to say, "Oh yeah, perfect. Just go ahead and build this thing." It just might not work in your area or even in your country. People watch these videos all over the world. Now, I would like to make a suggestion in this video, and that would be that I'm really having a hard time figuring out what videos everyone wants to see. You know, I make a video that will help one person out and nobody watches it, and even I think it's a good video. So I'm going to kind of issue out a challenge here. If I get 100 thumbs up for this video within a week of the time that it is from the time it was released, then I would be glad to provide you with more step-by-step details on how to assemble something like this. This is not an easy project to build. And trust me, just me building it on my computer design software, I kind of thought I would do it one way and it didn't work. Now, actually, that happened to me twice on this particular video. So if you want me to provide you with more information, I need to see the thumbs up. If I don't see them within a week, don't worry about it. Don't feel bad. I will continue making videos, but I'm probably going to start making more videos that I think will be helpful to more people instead of just making videos to help one or two people. Let's go ahead and pull the roof sheathing off, pull the fascia board off, and the 1x6 that we have for a stucco or a siding furring, and the midspan blocks. Pull out the blocks that are holding the rafters, and then or the joist, whatever we want to call it. And again, this is the building with the curved walls. I showed you how to build the curved wall. Now we have a duplicate on the other side. Now, the first thing we would need to do after we built the wall would be to install our joist, and they will be installed one at a time. And these actually have a shaped or angled top and bottom, and the lower joist or rafters here are going to have a steeper angle than the ones near the top. As a matter of fact, the one on the top is only going to need to be ripped down. It will not need an angle on it most of the time. And of course, or near the top, I should say, the ones at the bottom, of course, you can see we will need an angle on the top and the bottom. And of course, shaped blocks, these will be cut, and these will not be the same blocks. Just like these rafters will not have the same angle. The one down here might have a 15 or a 20 degree angle. This one here might be a 10 degree angle. One at the top might be 3 degrees. We can see here how it's getting a little shorter. And I drew this up, so trust me, I know what I'm talking about here. When I say these parts are going to be different, it would be nice if they were the same. And if I get enough thumbs up, like I said, I am going to provide a few more videos on how to build this particular roof, and maybe some with a little less of a curve, and even one with a steeper curve, some with a steeper curve, if it's something you're interested in seeing. So this is kind of a common thing if you're going to have a building without an overhang. You usually have like a 3/4 inch spacer, and that's all this is right here, so that the siding or the stucco can go underneath the fascia board. Let's go ahead and put the fascia board on. We can see here it's a little bit away from the wall. I went ahead and flattened this part out. That's common to do for something like this. Here's our gap that the 1x6 is providing us with. Fascia board. Again, another view of the space between the fascia board and the back of the, or the bottom of the 1x6, and we can see that the fascia board is angled so that we can get some nice perimeter nailing. Here's our rafters or our joists. Let's go ahead and throw some midspan blocks in. You can shape these midspan blocks, cut them. I just went ahead and put some 2x6 in here. And something like this would probably be required on a building with this type of a design. And you can see here where I held the bottom of this block even with the bottom of the angle here, and then just kept it level coming across here and nailing it into the other side. Wanted to give you a view of what it would look like with the framing plates, and I would imagine something like this could be drywalled. Another view of it there. Let's go ahead and put our plywood on, and that is it. We have sheeted the building. Now, 1/2-inch plywood would probably bend on this type of a radius. You might not have a problem with it. But you might need to space your rafters a little closer together. You know, what I did here was I went 16 inches on center straight across and raised each one of these joists or rafters up. You might actually need to make them a little shorter so that the plywood will work out. When you start curving plywood, it might need to be, instead of 8 foot on center plywood, you might need to have it about a 1/2 inch or 3/4 of an inch shorter. And again, I'll go into more detail on something like that if this is a video that you're interested in seeing.